I know, chasing that dough, hitting that road, getting that money, man. All I know, loading that foe, kicking down doors, getting that money, man. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly.
The last topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Alycia Baumgardner becomes champion after stopping Terri Harper in impressive fashion to win her first title. But before we dive into that, we're going to show you a tweet, and here it is. Please reshare this tweet. This is from the Boxing Bros asking Eddie Hearn to give us media passes to the Demetrius Andrade fight in New Hampshire and the Teofimo Lopez fight at Madison Square Garden. So please retweet that. As you can see, we haven't even posted these videos yet, and it's already been retweeted 15 times, quoted 7 times, and we got 17 likes. So like it, share it, retweet it. Thank you. So now we're going to discuss Alycia Baumgardner and her stoppage of Terri Harper. Let's take a look. If you haven't seen it, it's probably one of the best stoppages in women's boxing that I've seen in a while. So let's take a look. Here it is right here.
Moving it down to the WBC Super Featherweight title. Will it still be around the waist of Harper? Time for a right hand.
You got knocked out standing up, son.
Referee Mark Larson.
All right, so Ned the TBE, you have Clarissa. We've taken a vote. You can't have Baumgardner. However, how did you? What are your thoughts on that? What was your thoughts on that knockout?
Man, that was a crazy knockout. Like that was amazing. That like the punch happened, the punch led it, and she just like froze. Like I don't know. It was just. All I could compare this to dial up, or download. Like she got hit, and her mind just like went somewhere else. What I could compare it to the scene in what is it, Doctor Strange, when his soul got sent out his body. You know,
projected.
Yeah, he's astral projected. She astral projected right there, and she just realized she just got her soul knocked out of her body. And then, like, that's how the fight was over. And the rep, she came, she didn't go down, and Baumgardner come back for more, and the ref was like, "Nah, she's gone. We gotta get this is over with." Like, but that was a vicious knockout. That was an impressive knockout. That was probably knockout of the year. Like, I like seeing when you have to witness like what knockouts do to somebody. Some people go straight to sleep, and some people just take time for them to hit the floor. It's like it's just like they're gone, but they slowly like you got. It was just amazing. I can't even. It's just so much. That was pretty. Shout out to Alycia.
All right, Conspirator G.
Yeah, man, she definitely lived up to her nickname, the Bomb. Like he violated Harper, man. Like it was bad. And salute to that ref, because the ref seen it first before Alycia could see it. Because she was at an angle where like homegirl just like was like gone, standing up, and she was creeping up from behind. The ref seen it. Ref was like, "Yo, it's done. It's done. She's gone, cold." So I don't think I've ever seen a guy get knocked out standing. So this is definitely gonna go in the history books as a real awkward knockout. So salute to her. And another thing too about what I liked about that fight, and this is no shade to women's boxing, but one thing I don't necessarily like about women's boxing is, we only have 2 minutes, so when forget boxing skill is just I'm throwing 1,000 punches, hopefully something lands and I run the round. This on both ends, they were actually really boxing, which I thought was pretty entertaining. I didn't like the commentators. I felt like they were leaning towards Harper, who was the home team, but I felt like Alycia was doing like great every round, but they were more concerned about how Harper was looking. So I was like, this is kind of biased. But then again, it could just be me because I'm an American. So salute to Baumgardner for bringing home the title. And surprisingly, she was actually my second female boxer that I actually followed on Twitter. So it's good to see the people that you support actually doing good in the sport, man. So keep doing your thing. And Harper, you'll be all right, yeah.
Trill dollar bill.
Shout out to women's boxing. Shout out to 130 pounds. That is lit. You got Michaela Mayer. You got her. Listen, women's boxing on the map. This was the best stand-up knockout that I've seen in a long time. I think the last one we seen was Daniel Jacobs and Kid Chocolate Quillen when he stopped him standing up. I love boxing. This is unbelievable, man. This is good to see. Shout out to the young lady, man. Now let's just see if they can, get an undisputed at 130. I'm sure maybe Eddie's gonna try to get a rematch in there, but this young lady's time. She was just very confident, like the weigh-in and everything. She just knew that this was her time, and even in the fight, you just tell her confidence was it was just on a different level. She was just focused. So shout out to the young lady, man. If they do it again, fine, but I don't think they should revisit this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they should revisit this. This girl, she's on a good path, and I think Michaela Mayer and her would make a good fight. I think that would be a great fight and be great for women's boxing. Shout out to the 130-pound division.
Yeah, Michaela Mayer already called out Alycia Baumgardner. So,
calm down, Michaela. Just relax a little bit.
No, she already called out. I think you're onto something. I think in terms of promotion, that fight can be promoted very well.
Yeah, they do it right. If they do it right.
Yeah. I mean, you have like two women's boxers who you can put out there, look like models and whatever. They can blow that up.
And they talk that talk.
Yeah, and they back it up in the ring too. They both they're talented. So you talk about like a huge fight if it's promoted right. Especially after this knockout. First I want to start by saying Matchroom. You need a matchmaker. You need matchmakers, man. We here because y'all are doing a terrible job. There's no way you can tell me you wanted that card to go the way it went in Shetsfield. Every time I call out Matchroom Boxing's matchmakers, people say, "Oh, Eddie won anyway because blah blah." There's no way he won that. If you paid tickets to see that show, and I believe they were in Shetsfield, you left angry. You left sad. So there's no way you can tell me Eddie wanted to produce that product. You can't tell me he wanted to see Terri Harper get knocked out on her feet the way that he did. What was the name? The kid. I don't know. All I know is the kid. The kid was on the floor. You can't tell me he wanted to see that. You can't tell me he wanted to see that. All right. So speaking strictly on Alycia Baumgardner, she did it for a team. She did it for herself. She did it for a coach who passed away, who's also Tony Harrison's dad. And you saw Tony Harrison in the corner cheering her on. She had a great team, and she works hard. Like when you see Tony Harrison training, like even when they do like the all access 24/7 whatever on him, you see her running with him. You see her training. She's always been there. She's been dedicated. She works hard. I follow her on social media as well. And you see her putting in work in the gym. You see her sparring dudes. Like she goes hard. So she trains, really hard. And to see that knockout, I wasn't really surprised. I was surprised at the fact that they picked her, that they picked Alycia Baumgardner to fight Terri Harper. I'm like, I really wonder, does Eddie Hearn's team actually look at the fighters they picked? We were just talking about this. Like Ned said that Andy Ruiz said that he got the fight with Anthony Joshua because he DM'd Eddie Hearn. And they picked him. Did you watch him fight? Did you see the Dermatrenko fight? Did you know about his history? Did you know anything about him? You just picked him. Like, did you know about Alycia Baumgardner? And if you did, why'd you pick her for that fight? The showcase fight. It just, to me, unless Alycia Baumgardner's with Matchroom, and then in which case at least you have another good champion. But speaking on that knockout, She beat the fight out of Terri Harper.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
She beat the fight out of Terri Harper. As soon as she landed that punch, Terri Harper stopped in her tracks and immediately became docile. She was like this. Like, I'm not joking. Like, watch it. If you haven't seen it, like, watch an extended clip. She got hit with that punch and then immediately shifted into like an obedient, docile human being. She was just like, she was in the corner. They were talking to her. She was like, she was just like, she transformed into like a mild mannered, perfectly mannered. He was like, it was just, I'm like, what happened? It was like all fight in Terri Harper was gone after that punch land. She beat the fight out of her. So, it was an amazing performance by Alycia Baumgardner. I like I said, I've been following on social media. She became champion. I think that she's an exciting fighter. With that knockout, the trash talk between Mikaela Mayer, the fact that both of them, are attractive, and you can put them on like a billboard and you can sell that fight. It can blow up. Women's boxing. It can be a huge fight for women's boxing. So we'll see what happens. But
pay these women.
What'd you say, bro?
I said pay these women. Can be the fight. This could be the fight. Though Alycia and Marshall on the same card, this can explode. Stop cheating these women. They are coming out here and man, I've been on one today. I'm sorry. I've been on one today.
I don't know.
I've been on one.
I'm about to say I think you should get paid what you generate. So I don't know.
I just feel like these women been giving us exciting fights, man. Exciting fights, and they're going out there and they're being warriors. I think if they could put up together a good card, like my bro was saying, this can explode. This can explode women's boxing if y'all do it right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really got something here.
No, you're right, and I think that you're on to something. You put Mikaela Mayer and Alycia Baumgardner on the same card with Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall, and you also put Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano.
What
on that card,
bro? Come on.
Hey, listen. Here's what we're asking for. You heard it here on the Boxing Bros first, Eddie. Because since your matchmakers are terrible, we're gonna make it for you. We want the all women's card, okay? And we want Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. We want Alycia Baumgardner versus Mikaela Mayer, and we want Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. Make it happen.
And I just also wanted to read this real quick. Dear at Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing, the Boxing Bros would like to request media passes to the at Boo Boo Andre fight in New Hampshire and the Telefimo Lopez fight in Madison Square Garden. Please contact me when your response to our request. Thank you. From the Boxing Bros. All I wanted to say is please like and subscribe. Thank you for rocking with us, and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please podcast out on all major streaming services. I am the Commissioner Tro Dollar Bill. That's the Prince of Pugilism. That's the TVE. And that's Morris Genius.